All right. So, and the questions that we shall be able to do today, for you to open them quite early, so that when we reach there, you will not be having any issues, are these two questions. August 2022. These are the questions I'll be looking at. Question number 1C. That's number 1. And then we shall be looking at ensure you have them. Ensure you have them. We have number 2, December 2022. Question number 3B. December 2022. Question number 3B. Once you get them, would you kindly mention there? Yes. Once you get them, would you kindly mention there? Yes. Charge it. Cheers. Have you gotten? So tell us their definitions. So definition. So definition, labor costing is the process. Labor costing is the process. Is the process. Labor costing is the process of determining. Process of determining, comma, recording, analyzing, and controlling the cost of labor. And controlling the cost of labor. The cost of labor used in producing. Goods or providing services. Give us the title there, types of labor. So types of labor, we have 2 of them, direct and indirect. So we start with direct labor. So labor directly involved in production. Labor directly involved in production. Labor directly involved in production. E.g., tailors. The cost of the tailors. Cost of carpenters. Wages you pay to carpenters. We have here machine operators. This total here will fall under what we call what here, somebody direct labor. And then we have indirect labor. Number 2, we have indirect labor. So indirect labor, tell us there pretty fast that this is labor that supports production. Labor that supports production. Labor that supports production, but cannot be traced to specific units. But cannot be traced to specific units. So, for example, the cost of supervisors, Yeah, security guards. Security guards. So, for example, the soldiers who are guarding, if you had soldiers guarding to see whether students are paying school fees, then automatically their cost will be indirect because they're not coming to teach you in class. Storekeepers. Storekeepers. etc. etc. Now, my very good students, we shall be able straight away to go to our examples that I told you that we shall be able to do today. And I would want us to start with December 2022, question number 3, boy. December 2022, question number 3, boy. But I would want to get confirmation from my online students. Are they able to follow what Mwalimu is doing? Are they able to follow what Mwalimu is doing? Let me just open this. I need to get that confirmation from the online students. What are they saying? Are they able to follow these ninjas? I can't see any of them responding. These great ninjas of mine who are online, are they able to follow? Thank you, Nancy. Great. Great. So I shall start with the second one, the December 2022, question number 3B. Let's start with December. December 2022, question number 3. Oh, December 2022, question number 3. Oh, December 2022, question number 3. Oh, so we are there. So does this read really? Very easy. We are told Bingwa Limited operates a premium bonus system where workers receive a guaranteed basic hourly minimum rate of pay plus a bonus of what percentage? 50% of the time saved. So we give you basic, and then we have a bonus. And the basis of paying you a bonus is the time saved. The following data is provided for the last week of November 2022. There, I'm able to see particularly the time rate. Bella, we are paying Bella at 300, Charlie, 280, and then you can see Dan, 320. So Dan must be a senior employee. You can see the units produced 2,500 for Bella. We have 2,200 for Charlie, and then 2,600 for Dan. Time allowed for 100 units, 2 hours, 36 minutes for Bella, 2 hours, 30 minutes for Charlie, 2 hours, 30 minutes for Dan. Seems this Charlie and Dan, the boy children, they conspired to use the same time. Yeah. We have the time taken. Bella took 55 hours to do her entire production. Charlie took 58 hours. Dan took 54 hours. You can see we had rejected units, of which in this case here, Bella's rejected units were 100. Charlie did quite a very good job. You can see his rejected units were only 40. Dan's rejected units were what here, somebody? 200. Additional information, no payment is made beyond the time allowed. The bonus which is paid at the basic hourly rate is applicable to the accepted output only. No penalty is imposed on rejected output. So from the above information, calculate for each employee the bonus hours and the amount of bonus earned. I remember my teacher taught me sometimes back. He told me that there is a very special acronym that we shall always be using here. We say ST what here? Big. ST big. Yeah, ST big. ST big. Especially the first two. When you're calculating bonus, the first two, that is ST, you have to be very good with this. The first S stands for standard time. Then we have in this case here time done what here, somebody? Time allowed. time allowed. And then, of course, B will be standing for what we call the bonus. Those three elements, it will be very, very important for us to be very, very good at them. Now, my very good students, I would want you to go through your past paper that nicely and help me to put down those three aspects very fast for us to really say that we are very good in this very subject. So then we have standard time. So for us to be able to get this, ladies and gentlemen, I would want us, first of all, to get here, you know, these guys produced some units were rejected. So you must be able to calculate first what we call accepted units. So come here and give me, come here and give me very easy stuff. So step one, give me the accepted units. This really will be a basis for doing so many units, so many things, I mean. So we have here employee. After employee, we have units produced. Units produced. After that, of course, we have rejected. And then lastly, we have here what we call accepted units. You should always draw very decent tables. Always draw very decent tables. Use your ruler. Like now, the last one for me is not very straight. Draw something decent. Draw something decent. Better than mine. You guys are younger. So how many employees do we have? 3. The first one is called Bella. Bella is a lady, isn't it? Bella. Bella, are you aware of the total number of units she produced from the table? How many units did she produce? Physical students are really cooperating with me. My online students are the ones today who are not talking to me at all. I don't know why, but they are not talking to me at all. So Bella, do we know the units she produced? Number of units? 2,500. Then we have in this case here Charlie. Charlie produced how many? 2,200. How about Dan? Dan produced 2,600. Did they suffer any rejections? So Bella rejected how many? 100. Charlie. Thanks, admin. Charlie is 40. Yeah? Then Dan, 200. So then are you able to tell me what I should do to get accepted units? We subtract. So Bella, we accepted how many units from this great lady called Bella? 2,400. Charlie, how many? Charlie, I'm being told Charlie was 2,160. Is that okay? I'm alone, but I will overcome. 2,160 Charlie. And then we have done how many? 2,400. 2,400. Now, ladies and gentlemen, then would you kindly do me a favor here? Now, I want us to go straight away to the time allowed. Let's do the time allowed. Here, there is no standard time. Let's give them the time allowed. So I have to move up. So come here and give me the time allowed. Yeah, we need very decent tables. Again, you do the same. So we have employee, Bella. We have Charlie. And then we have a Dan. Dan. Then they have given us time allowed per 100 units. Time allowed per 100 units. Then we have in this case here accepted units. So we have here accepted units. And then we have in this case here what we call total time allowed. Very good, very good indeed, very good. You must have very neat tables. You must have very neat tables. Really, really neat tables. You must have very neat, very neater than mine. Thank you so much. So is there somebody from your past papers who is able to see the time that was allowed for every 100 units? Bella, 2 hours and 36. Are you able to change that 36 minutes to hours? You will take 36 divided by 60. So that gives us 2.2 what here, somebody? 2.6 hours for every 100. How about Charlie? Charlie is 2 hours, 30 minutes, which gives me 2 points. Sorry. 2.5. Yeah, hours. How about Dan? 2 hours, 30 minutes, which also gives me what here, somebody? 2.5. Are you able to remember the accepted units? Bella, how many units? 2,400. Charlie? 2160. Done. 2,400. Please give me the total time then that was allowed. Remember, this is time allowed per 100 units. How about total time allowed for accepted units? For Bella is 62. Thanks for trying, but wrong. Wrong. But I appreciate you've really tried. I like students who try. Actually, for trying, I should give you something. For trying. And nowadays, you've never gotten my present, you who is refusing to look at me nowadays. Today, you should get right. Yeah. So then give me the total time allowed. Meanwhile, whenever you want to know the question that we are doing, we shall be writing the question on top here, which is December. No, I should write the subject first. MA. December when? Somebody tell me. December 2022 question. Thank you so much. Question number 3B. Like that. 62.4. Have you seen what they did to get that? Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, this allows me to show you something. These 2.6 hours are for how many units? 100 units. What about 2,400? So if you cross multiply, you'll get 2.6 times 2,400 divided by 100. The other option is you do what Connex did. You say 2.6 times what here? But remember to divide by because this 2.6 is per 100. You can even write it per 100 over 100 over 100. So the next one is how many hours? The next one I'm being told is 54. Thank you. The last one, 60. The last one is 60. So I would have wanted to continue with this table till I get the bonus time saved. But you see now this will become very congested. Don't get tired. Let's go in this case here and do another table, what we shall call the bonus calculation. Bonus calculation. Don't get tired, you're still using the same employees. So you write a column here of employees. We have three of them. We have Bella. We have Charlie. We have Dan. Always ensure my students will always have the neatest tables in exams. Even when I mark their scripts, I always know that these tables, even if the handwriting may not be the very best, even if the handwriting may be like their teachers handwriting with me, not the very best, but they always have very neat tables, very neat tables. I'm able to tell. So these employees, I'll be able to give them the time, what we call time allowed. Yeah. Now you guys are very lucky because you have lots of space. For me, I have to really condense this. I must really condense this. Allow me to condense this, please. Allow me to condense this, please. So I have here time allowed. I would have even written TA alone. Time allowed. I can even write like that. So Bella, do we know the time that we allowed Bella to engage in her total production? 62 watt here, somebody? Charlie, 50 watt here, somebody? Dan? 60, isn't it? Those are the times that we gave these gentlemen and one lady. How about the time that they took time taken? From the question itself, are you able to see the time taken? Time taken, Bella, 55, Charlie, 58, Dan. I'm told 54. That Dan is 54 like that. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, then in this case, you can see the time we allowed them to work, the time they took. Then we should be able to create a column for time saved. Time saved. So time saved. Is there somebody who is able to give me the time that was saved? Yeah, like time allowed for Bella, 62.455. Difference is 7 point what? 7.4. Charlie? There's nothing like negative. You can't save negative, right? So here we put a nil. 0, isn't it? It's a liability of the company, right? We gave him work to do for 54 hours, but it took 58 hours. This must be working at a snail's pace. How about this? 6. Now, could you then kindly give me the bonus hours? Bonus hours. Have they given me the criteria for calculating the bonus time? 50% of time saved. They told me in the question, 50% of the time saved. Am I guessing or it's provided there? It's provided. So 50% gives me what here, somebody? 3.7. Neil, thank you. 3 hours, right? 3 hours. So do we know the rate at which we are paying these people? Do we know their normal rates? Because bonus will be paid on the basis of the normal rates. So Bella, we normally pay Bella at what rate per hour? 300. I can't hear what you're saying. The rate, you see, rate is the labor cost per hour. The rate per hour. How much are we paying Bella? All of us, are we able to see that 300? How much do we pay Charlie? 280. How about Dan? 320. And then I'll come and give me the very last column there. the very last column there, give me what we call bonus amount. Bonus amount. So now you shall take the bonus hours times the rate. Bonus hours times the rate. 111, 0. 111, 0. How about Charlie? Don't tell me 2800. It'll be near. How about Dan? 900 what here? 60 after there. 960 after there. So you can see what I've been able to do, especially for this bonus. I would want to know how much have they saved, how much time have they saved. That is what we share. The company remains 50%. The employee gets what here? 50%. The employee gets 50%. You'll get used to this, so I'm not worried at all. From there, ladies and gentlemen, I would want you to come here. Look at the first question. The first question, there is a specific thing they ask us to do. Bonus hours and the amount of bonus. Have we answered those two questions here? You can see the bonus hours, isn't it? And the amount of bonus, the last column. Now go to number 2. Number 2, what do they want us to give them? Labor cost per good unit. 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 So then how do we first of all get labor cost? How do we get labor cost? Labor cost. What you're supposed to know is that basic wages, the wages are time-based. Which time? Time taken. Always. In this case here, wages are being measured using the time taken. There are two ways. You could either put these basic wages on what we call piece rate, number of pieces, or time. So you've worked this number of hours, we pay you for the number of hours worked. So like in this case, I'm not saying that we are paying Bella shillings 20 per unit they produce. No. We are seeing here, Bella's rate is 300 per what? Somebody per hour. So it's time-based. So then what you're supposed to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to come and don't get tired. Do the table. Come here and do the table. Remember, this is Roman 2. Come here and do the table. So we have here employee, of which we have Bella, we have Charlie, and then we have who? Dan. Great people. So I want to get their basic wages. And then I will be able to add these to the bonus, isn't it? There is no overtime here. We add the bonus to this one. And then we'll be able to get the total labor cost. Don't forget our column of accepted units. And then our cost per unit. Cost per unit. Cost per unit. So we have here employee, basic wages, bonus, add the two, get the total labor cost, compare this with accepted units. So let's all of us compute the basic wages. But before I reach there, I would want to get some confirmations from the online students. Are they really together with me? These online students, are they able to follow? The online students, admin is able to follow. Thank you so much. Admin is able to follow. How about the other good students? Are they able to follow what Mwalimu is doing really? These other students. You know, for physical, I can see facial expressions. But online, you have to keep on reminding Mwalimu whether we are together. Jeremiah, thank you so much. Yes. So basic wages. Do we know the time taken? Time taken. Bella was how many hours? Time taken. 55, eh? How about Charlie? 58. How about Dan? Do we know their rates per hour? The most important thing is that basic wages are never pegged on time allowed. Basic wages is on time taken. The time you've been with the employee, time taken. So Bella, how much? 300. Charlie, 280. Dan, 320. So please come and give me these figures. The first one, I'm being given a figure there, 16,500. I have to get a different color pen. So this one I'm being told is 16,500. How about the second one? 16,240. How about Dan? 17,280, isn't it? How about their bonuses? 11,10. Charlie's Neil. Dan 960. Please add the two. The total labor cost will be the basic wages plus, in this case here, the bonus, plus in this case here, the bonus. So I'm being given 17,610. 16,240. 18,240. Do you still remember, ladies and gentlemen, the accepted units? Bella was how many units? 2,400. I mean, my physical students are really online 𝗿𝗍𝐸, because they're not able to respond to my questions. I can see here. They're talking. I'm the one who's not following the charts. Charlie, 2,160. Dan, 2,400. Dan is 2,400. So then are you able to get the cost by labor cost per unit? You take the total labor cost divided by number of you. Give me two decimal places. Give me two decimal places. Two decimal places. Thank you very much. Let's wait for the online guys to also roar like lions. To roar like lions. The labor cost, the last column is labor cost per unit. Labor cost per unit. I'm waiting to get to the first answer. Yeah, from Mercy, 7.34. Charlie. Done. So when we come back from our Maghrib prayers, we are going to do this other question, which are they given to you. Do you remember that other question? The other question, there were two questions to do. August. Question number. So the online guys, are they able to get this question paper? The online guys, are they able to get this question paper? All right, so now I can see my friend here is back. Now we should be able to continue, my great students. So now we are looking at August 2022. So then we read this together. I know you have the question paper, isn't it? Is it being one limited? No. It is 𝗏𝗏 Limited, isn't it? So 𝗏𝗏 Limited manufactures, 1 minute. Yeah, we are okay. So 𝗏𝗏 Limited manufactures men's suits for local market. Jobs are allocated to 2 operators. We have Njogu and Mr. Mabili, with bonus paid for hours saved. In the month of July 2022, Njogu made 100 units, while Mabili made 105 units, for which the time allowed of 60 standard minutes and 50 standard minutes per unit respectively was created. Additional information: the basic wage rate was $3.60 per hour for both employees. For each hour saved, a bonus was paid at the rate of 25% of the basic wage rate. 3 hours worked in excess were paid at the basic wage rate plus what here somebody 2/3. So in this particular case, we have a concept of overtime. Njogu completed this job in 88 hours, while Mabili completed his job in 78 hours. A basic working week has 80 hours. Anything you work more than 80 is overtime. Like in this particular case, I can see from note number 4, there is a gentleman there who did overtime. 8 hours. Who is who? Njogu. 8 hours. So for each operator, determine amount of bonus payable, the total gross wage payable, wages per what here somebody per unit. So then if you get this kind of a question, what do you always think about? So here there are no rejected units. There is no good reason for you to do like accepted units table. Useless. So straight away, you remember it is ST. So standard time, yeah, time allowed, bonus, it is. So remember here we have standard time. You know the other question, it wasn't there. We were given time allowed directly. So you need to really be very, very careful on how you approach these. So mention there, step 1. Be very good with tabulations. When you do very good tables, you'll end up getting so many marks. Very many marks. So we have here step 1, standard time allowed. Standard time allowed. Very good. So standard time allowed, what do we have there? We have employee. Do you know their names? We have Njogu and who? Mabili. So we have units there. Do you know their units which they were given? Yeah. Njogu was given how many? 100. How about Mabili? 105. Do we know the standard time per unit? Njogu standard time per unit, 60 minutes, which is equivalent to 1 hour. Our time will always be given, unless you're told otherwise. Our time will be given on a per hourly basis. And then we have 50 minutes. 50 divided by 60. It's giving us an ugly figure, isn't it? So we simply write this as 5/6 hours. 50/60, you see 50/6. If you cancel this 0, 5/6. So you see, this is the standard time allowed per unit. So then could you kindly give me the standard time allowed, or call it total standard time allowed? Total standard time allowed. So this will be 100 times 1, isn't it? You see, this is per unit. So 100 times 1, this gives me 100 hours. How about 105 times 5/6? 57.5. 57. 87.5. So the online students, are we really together up to here? The online students, are we really together up to here? The online students, please give me a confirmation. Give me a signal. Give me a signal. Thank you so much. So then after that, ladies and gentlemen, you are a bright student. Standard time. Then as for ST, we go to time allowed. No, not time allowed, but time saved. So we have the standard time. Now straight away on step 2, we are on time what here? Time saved. The first one was time what here? Out. And then now we have time saved. So go there, as usual, start by giving me the names of your employees. So we still have a job, right? And then we have one from Mombasa called who? Mabili. Great gentleman. All right. So remember already we have the standard who? Time. Do you remember the standard time? Njogu was how many hours? 100, isn't it? Mabili is 87.5. So what do I compare this standard time with? Time taken. Time taken. So Njogu took how many hours? Njogu took 88. How about Mabili? 80. Are you sure? Mabili took 78 hours, isn't it? Now you can easily, we allowed them to work for 100 hours. They took that. Now we can easily get what we call time done what year? Time saved. We can easily get time saved. You subtract, isn't it? So I'm being told here by Onyx, 12 hours, Mabili. 9.5. So here we have 9.5, 9.5. So having gotten time saved, hey, you crazily good students, what do you think in this case will be the next step? Bonus. Great. Bonus here. So mention there, bonus. So please go to the instruction on bonus given and tell me the abracadabra to do. Then, very good. Then here I have, first of all, to get what we call the bonus who, which is 25% of the basic rate. Remember, all of them are the same rate. Please go back to the question. What was the basic rate of paying these workers? 360. $90 per hour. So it is shillings 90 connects per hour. If you want to appear now very bright, per hour done what here, save that. Because that's how we pay bonuses. But even if you want to leave it per hour, that is still fair enough. Is that okay? So then from there, what do you think will be the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, here for us? No, you have not yet gotten the bonus for each employee, my friend. So we still need another table where we are going to capture these employees. The bonus payable. So I need here, my good students here, please listen. Please listen. I need you to come here and give me employee. We have Njogu. We have Mr. Mabili. Njogu and Mr. Mabili. Njogu and Mr. Mabili. So for each employee, I'm interested in the time they saved because it's bonus. So time saved. Njogu saved how many? 12, right? Mabili? Oh, yeah, 9.5. And do we have the bonus rate? Bonus rate for Njogu? Each one of them is 99 because the basic rate was the same for all of them. What an easy question. You can't get a current examiner giving you the same rate for each of the 3 workers. No. This examiner would want to stretch you. Some of these examiners would want you to fail 12 times. 90, 90. So then from there, I'm now able to get bonus what year? Payable. Bonus payable. So the bonus payable, it will be 12 times 90. Give me a figure to write. 1080. 855. Thank you so much. Now it's after this that you great students of mine will go ahead and give me the gross what year wages. Gross wages. First finish writing up to there. So the last step, or second last step, give me the gross wages. How do we get these gross wages? Gross wages, how will we get this? Bonus payable, I like that. I like that. I like that. If I were you, I would always work with the basic wages first. Plus now what here? Any bonus? Any other? Overtime. Plus overtime. So now here, the only thing that I will help you with is calculations of the overtime rate, nothing else. All the other stuff you guys will calculate. So I would want you to come here. As I help you, you must as well help me. Go to your notes and read the information giving us, talking about the overtime rate. Plus 2/3. So that is a very, very good read there. So can you kindly give me the overtime rate per hour? Let me give you 1 minute. Overtime rate per hour. Overtime rate per hour. Overtime rate per hour. Let me see how you would have computed it in an exam situation. So it is paid at the basic rate of how much? What is the basic rate? 360. But because this is strenuous time, whenever you are working overtime, like now, I don't, honestly speaking, as a teacher, the rate I use during the daytime cannot be the same rate that I will get in the evening. The evening is strenuous time. This is the time I should be with my family, isn't it? So I'm straining here. So I expect in this case to get a higher rate to compensate for any inconveniences, which in this case they have told us it is 2/3 of what here somebody, the normal rate. Read again, connect. So that they told us about overtime rates. Basic wage rate plus 2/3 of the basic, like that. Which then will end up giving me what figure somebody here? 600. 600 per who? Per hour. Per overtime hour. 600 per overtime hour. 600 per overtime hour. So can you kindly come here and give me overtime? So then we have in this case here our employees. We have their names. We have Njogu. And then we have Mr. Mabele. Mabele. So give me a column for normal time and the time worked. So what is Njogu's normal time? Like for the teacher, we know that our normal time here is 40 hours per week. Any other time I put more than the 40th hour, it'll be overtime. So is there a place here they have given us the normal time? Normal time is 80. Yeah? I'm told normal time is 80. I'm told normal time is 80. Normal time is 80 here, right? How about Mabili's normal time? 80 as well, isn't it? 80 as well. What was the time that was worked? Njogu? 88. How about Mabili? 78. Do we have any overtime? So Njogu, how many hours? How many hours for Mabili? Nil. So do you remember overtime was at 600? So then the overtime pay, OT pay, 4,800. OT pay is 4,800. This is nil. Overtime pay. On. Yes, sir. Oh, see kidogo. Yeah. Let's see it. All right. Take mahali hapa. Cheers. Yeah. Check whether it's charging it. All right. So then I would want now you to go and complete. I charge. Why? Mine is charging. See, mine is charging. So it should be able to charge first. It's charging us. So now I want you to go ahead and now give me their total pay, where their total pay will be basic plus, bonus plus, overtime for each one. That one do for each one of them separately. Do for each one of them separately. Do for each one of them separately. Start with Njogu, and you must have somebody you're talking to. So for Njogu, get Njogu's basic pay overtime, and you have the bonus. I'm giving you exactly 3 minutes, and they show you're getting it right. For Njogu, she has gotten for Njogu, right? So for Njogu, what do we have there? Let me do for Njogu. So remember, Njogu worked overtime, isn't it? So then, if he worked overtime, we have his normal pay. So his normal pay, if I go back to my question, Njogu, you have to be very careful here. So the normal per week is 80, yeah? Normal. Times what here, somebody? Normal is at 360. So amount will be what here, somebody? 28,800. All right? And then there was overtime pay for this guy. Do you remember his overtime pay? You had computed this, I mean. How much? 8,800. 8 times 600. We had already done this, my brother. We got 4,800, isn't it? And then we have something else known as what year? Bonus, which we had also done, which gave us what figure, somebody here? 1080, which will end up giving us 34 what? 34,680. Yeah. So this is the total pay. You have to be very careful. Remember, Njogu worked overtime. Njogu worked overtime. Njogu worked overtime. Let's go to Wanamabili from the coast. So I'll give you again 3 minutes to try doing this for me. 𝗲𝗲𝗡. 𝗲𝗲𝗡. Mr. 𝗲𝗲𝗡. According to Cornex, she's getting 89. According to Cornex, she's getting 29. No, it's supposed to be 20. 28. 935. The very back there, what figure are we getting? Don't tell me 0. 29. 655. 28, 935. 28, 935. So who is right? Who is wrong? How many of us are putting down here 29, 6? 29, 1, 2, 3, 5. How about 28, 935? 1, 2, 3. In the Bible, it's written that the road to hell, how is it like? The road to hell. It's wide, isn't it? It is very wide, isn't it? You never give me your answer, by the way. Now, please listen, and listen to me very well. When there is no overtime, basic pay will always be hours worked. You can't pay a bag a year for not working. Times normal rate. You know, you can't say that now the normal week is 80 hours. Now we pay you 80 for 80 hours and they work for 70. It can't make sense. You will be encouraging laziness. So they know what is right. The 3 guys, so we give them 500 each one, right? Yeah, the 3 guys. So come here. So give us the basic pay. When there is no overtime, you must be very careful. And you are nowhere in the 2 groups. We shall overcome. So the basic pay, so you worked for fewer hours, less than the normal. So 78 times what rate? 360, isn't it? Yeah. Does he have any bonus, this ninja? Yes, he has some bonus. The bonus of, first of all, give me this figure. Huh? 28,080. And then the bonus is how much we have done this? 855. So then we are able to get 20. Is that okay? So you treat this differently. If there is overtime, you use normal time to get the basic. And then the overtime is separated. But if in this case here, this guy never hit the normal time, he has worked for a few hours, then always the basic pay will be based on the hours done what year worked. You haven't yet finished the question. They wanted you to come and give them the wage per unit, isn't it? The wages cost. So we have Njogu, we have 𝗲𝗡𝗡. Then we have, in this case here, the gross wage. The gross wage. Are you able to see the gross wages? 34. 𝗲𝗡𝗡. 28. 935. So are you able to see the units these guys produced? Njogu, how many? 100. 𝗲𝗡𝗡. 105. 105, isn't it? Therefore, cost per unit. So this will be 346.8. This will be 28,935 divided by 105. 28,935 divided by 105 which will end up giving us what figure? 275.57. Thank you so much. And that marks the end of our today's session. No homework. And ensure that you repeat the 2 questions that you have done today. Repeat them. Put a solution aside. Repeat them. I've examined this paper for so long, and I know how these examiners think like. Be blessed. See you on when? No, we agreed Sunday. We agreed now. Last time I never came. It was because there was a mix-up. I don't promise, and I don't come. But when I promise, I have to be there. So what time this Sunday? 2 p.m.? 4 p.m. So 4 p.m. I will be here. If I miss, each student, 5,000. If I don't come on Sunday, each student, 5,000. The students will come, isn't it? Yeah, the ones who will come and then I don't miss, and then I miss, I think. You get 5,000. Is that okay? I will be here live. I will be here live. The online guys, have you enjoyed the session? Online guys, have they enjoyed the session? Really? The online guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great. So please repeat those 2. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sunday at 4. Sunday at 4 p.m.